Hi everyone, welcome back to my craft desk. So this weekend I've had a friend over and we have been shopping. So we were out with my friend and her little boy and decided that the area we were going to, there were a couple of sort of scrap story vintagey stores to go to. So this is going to be a series of 2 hauls of what I have bought in those stores. So the first one is this. It is from a place called Wiltshire Scrapstore. It is this massive, let me zoom out and show you, massive bag of things. So what a scrap store is, if you don't know, is a store that companies donate their surplus business materials to. Yeah, so whether that be packaging, materials, anything basically. What you do is you fulfill a giant bag like this for a set price. There are some items in the scrap store, this little bundle here, I'll show you, that are paid separately for items, but we'll go through those as well. But everything I bought today cost me 36 quid, so I am more than happy with this. So we will start with the items that I paid separately for. So these are priced items within the shop, but as you can see, the prices are really, really cheap. This is beautiful. This is a set. If anyone knows who makes this, please let me know in the messages below. But I like the snitch. I like the cogs. I like all of them, and they are rubber back stamps. They look like they've never been used, which are fantastic. So I definitely am putting them into my stash. Then we have another stash that's a little bit like this, but this time it is 2 sets. It's like an urban life. I just quite like this, the feet prints and the spray can part and the barcodes. And this one, so the stars and the grungy borders. Again, this set, 50p. I do recommend having a look up in your area if you've got a scrap store. It's a brilliant way of getting things to craft with. My one particularly is aimed at crafts and crafters. But there are others that are just sort of business surplus, which you'll see in a moment. So next in our paid supplies, we've got this tattered lace kit. It's a 3D miniature clutch bag. So we'll cut this and I will see what it is like. And we'll go from there. And then another 3D, this is a 3D champagne bottle. So what I think I'm going to do is have a look on the internet and see if there are any tutorials on how to put these together. These are brand new, never been opened, which can't complain about. And another one, this is a miniature martini glass. This would be fun for birthdays. I think they're 3D, so I do like a 3D project, but sometimes I need a tutorial. A 3D car. So this looks like a vintage car from what I can work out. Again, tattered lace. And last on the tattered lace ones was this one, a cocktail shaker, which is fantastic. The next one I paid a little bit more for, but I couldn't leave it because it is Timmy. So I think I might already have this one. If I do, I'll be selling the duplicate on. But it is the Timmy's. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, so it has been used, but still plenty of life left in it. And it is the big stye. Then again, at these prices, I couldn't leave these. This beautiful, like, winter postcards. Stamp enders, again, looks brand new, never been used. A Winnie the Pooh one. Again, I love Winnie the Pooh. If you're doing like kids things, Disney, I don't know whether I'll keep this one or pass this on, but I think this is very, very cute if you're a Disney fan. This one, which is a little Christmas angel. It is a rubber one, so the detail on it's going to be amazing, but ideal for my Christmas projects. I think I might maybe doing it as a resist card or a resist thing, which would be quite good. Then these flourishes, Prima. They're very cute. They're very big. Idea for putting like on backgrounds, just in a like a monotone piece maybe. Just putting these in some details. Again, fantastic. same sort of thing, some ribbon edges, some lace edges. Never been used, brand new. And then these again, Prima again. Look at the decorative elements on them. They're fantastic. £3.60, £6.20. They're fantastic. That's not what I paid for them. And I think that is it as part of the... Oh no, hang on, I've got some more. Found some more. How fantastic is this? If you know, you know. These are really hard to get hold of. But the scenes on them are lovely. Look him up. Look Michael Powell up and look at his designs and his projects. They're amazing. Then I've got my Tonic Studios mason jar. I just like the little fruits, the little flowers. Then another Tonic one, which is the labels to go on the mason jar, so they sort of go together. And then last but not least, this is really, really cute. I've never heard of this brand before. Glitz is the brand. But as you can have a look, it's got a Timmy style finger, it's got a newspaper background, it's got ticket places. It's amazing. Glitz now. I might have to have a look them up because these are really cool stamps. So that is the end of all of my separately paid for items. So we're just going to put these to one side. So everything from here on in cost me £12. I'm amazed by this and the amount of stuff. It is random. It is what you get when it's there and what people have donated, but I love it. So we're starting strong with this paper. It's thick. It's like a linen paper, but it's on a massive, massive, massive roll, and you could just cut off as much as you wanted. So I've got myself a nice little roll of that. Very sort of 1920s. I'm wondering whether it's packaging from a company because this is on the same place as this. So this, as you can see, is a misprint. So Lush Cosmetics, a brand here in the UK, I'm not sure if you have it over in the US, have really funky packaging paper. And this would have been used to package one of their Crescent projects. But I will cut these out and use these on my projects again. Included in the thing. Cut off as much as you needed. There were loads and loads and loads of them. But I thought I'll just take what I need. Let me just roll that up. On that same stand we had these. So this is again a Lush packaging paper. But would be really good on cards, on even just wrapping Christmas presents. They're quite cute. Look at the Santa. He's like a little modern man. He's like, yay, sleigh. So I got some of that. I have quite a lot of these from previous previous visits to Scrapstores. And they're really good. So I bought these as well. These are just little round, she says, little round stickers. 2 big sheets of them. They'd be ideal for numbering my items, my whatnot items when I sell them. Roll them back up. Then we have, I'm just grabbing a handful out of this bag. We have these. So these are parchment paper. Packet of parchment paper. These are all, like I say, part of the scrap resources. So I just picked them up. Some pre-pressed rolled flowers. So you can see they're pre-pressed. You cut them out, make 3D flowers. And then look at these. These are amazing. Some pre-printed images. Some more pre-printed images. And decoupage sheets to coordinate. But they're lovely. They're religious but floral. They're really, really pretty. And they're decoupage. So you can layer the decoupage to give you that 3D element. Again, all part of the scrap resource bit. So this whole lot cost me £12. Some more of those die cut flowers. Some Kanban Crafts butterflies. And clocks. And more 3D flowers. And more 3D flowers. And then some vellum. Look at this beautiful text vellum. Look at this. Rose gold text vellum, lace vellum. I couldn't leave this. This is amazing. Some silver, some more copper dragonflies, some music. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I love a bit of vellum. Some more 3D flowers. Some, I don't know if these are printed transfers or what they are. Does it tell me? I'll tell you what these are. It's shrink plastic elements. Oh, that's cool. So I love a bit of shrink plastic. It's a really versatile thing. I will do a demo on some inspirational shrink plastic in the future. But these are pre-printed shrink plastic sheets. There's 2 of those. I just like the designs. I thought they were vellum. Then another big vellum bundle. Lots of printed vellum sheets. Some checker. Some garden scenes. A hunky-dory for him topper sheet. Some more printed vellum, this time florals, some vintage florals. I apologise for the geese in the background if you can hear them. Some more clocks. Oh wow, look at this set. They are beautiful. And that is it as far as sort of like crafty kits. So from here on in really are things I'm going to use in my crafting that are a bit bizarre, a bit odd, a bit of a random one, but they're all surplus materials that have been donated. Again, all in this £12 packet. I couldn't go wrong. So this is the first one. These are what they look like. They're hospital note packs, patient packs. I just thought, firstly, that they're really funky, the binders they're printed on. But look, it's patient cards and patient records and sort of correspondence and all little tabs. It's really, really cute. So these are plain, but these sheets are amazing. So I got a pile of them. Unusual, but will be really useful in a couple of projects. Then let's see what we got. Oh, talking about unusual and a bit random. I got some henna. Nothing to do with crafting. I might attempt to dye my hair with some henna. This is a Lush henna block. It is out of date, but I don't think henna ever expires. So part of the scrap resources, I thought I'd pick them up. If not, I can use the paper. So this is really cool, and this is what I like about going to the scrap store. I don't need any more fabric in my life, but fake leather, not fake leather, the real leather, used in cars. So they're from car interiors. I was talking to the lady. The markings would be where they'd be cutting out interiors for car seats and things like that. So it would be ideal, and I've used them in junk journals before. I've picked up a bit more of that somewhere in here, I'm sure. That's the first piece that's come to the top. And then fabric. They are all just fabric snippets, but they're all really, really pretty. Some are bigger than others. They'll be ideal for loads of projects, and if I'm not going to use them, I know other people that would love them and love a good vintage print. Some florals. Greens. I've got quite a lot of this green fabric. Black and white. Look at this for a pattern. I mean, you can't go wrong. This was cute. When you see me, remember this. It's like a quilting square. Peter Rabbit offcuts. And then these are more of that fabric, but in different colourways. Blue. Oh, a bit more of the green as well. Some more Peter Rabbit. I mean, for the price, you can't go wrong. Some edges, some squares. You get the vibe. Really, really cute. Oh, this is very, very cute. Look at this. Vintage teddy bears. How cute. for anyone that is doing a teddy bear album or anything teddy bear related. These I thought were awesome as well. They're like bookmarks. They've obviously been cut out of a pattern to make, I would say, like a bookmark, or they remind me of samplers, but they're obviously not. A few of them. Some more teddy bears. And some more teddy bears. I mean, I will use these in dangles. I'll use these in lots of sort of paper crafty junk journal projects. But this is amazing. They are just cuts. They're offcuts from somebody's project they've thrown in a bin and donated. But it's a country collection by Rosie and Humble. Lazy Day Cat. And if you know me, you know I'm a cat lady. So a big bundle of all the crafts. The cat scraps. Crap. Start that again. Cat scraps. I will leave that in. Look. Aren't they cute? And then there's a floral. Love a floral. That's snuck in there amongst the cats. And so I understand with scraps like this and fabric scraps, why they would be in the like donation pile. What I couldn't get my head round was round the corner from there was bins with more fabric in. Let me just show you how this was included in the scrap thing. I don't know if it was my lucky day or what. Look at this. Look how much of this there is. It is amazing. It is huge. It is amazing. It is called, it's a Sanderson fabric. If anyone knows what that is, let me know. And it's called Dimity, D-I-M-I-T-Y. And it's a thick cotton and it is beautiful. And now I've got a sewing machine I need to learn to sew. I might use this to try and make myself a tote bag or something. I'm not sure. But not only was this included in the scrap bin, look at this. This is my heaven fabric. I love 70s retro prints. So this, here we go, Cambridge screen print Cambridge. Anyone knows anything about this fabric and where it is and who makes it, please let me know. That's all it says is Cambridge screen print. But look at the florals. And there is so much of it. I could make a proper project with this. What? I don't know. A skirt, a top? I don't actually know. But look at it. Again, part of that £12 bundle. The whole idea around Scrapstores is that things don't go to landfill, they get a second lease of life. But I just can't believe how value for money they are. Next I've got these, silly as it sounds. These are just little plastic bowls. You could use them as ice cream bowls. What I'm going to use them for is when I sort my beads and my embellishments out, they're just nice handy size to just have and put things in. Or if I'm working on a project where I need a certain amount of things, I can throw them in here and it's convenient to use. Then this, right, let's see if I can get this out. Remember, we had lots of fun coiling this up because it was in a bin. This is thick. If you think car seat belts, that will give you an idea of what material this is. It's like car seat belts or ratchet straps, but it was such a lovely green tone I couldn't leave it, especially with Christmas around the corner. But I have so much of it, so some of this will probably be surplus and I'll be passing it on to some crafty friends. We're coming to the end of the bundle now. We have some black thick webbing. What I'm going to use this for is hopefully I'm trying to get some cat jackets made, cat harnesses. I take my cats on walks, and this is the thick material I need to make the loops on the jackets, so that's what that's for. I knew I had some more, so this is some more leather offcuts. As you can see, the pencil marks, all the different colours. These will cut with big size really, really well as well. And then these are samples. So they are, I'm wondering whether I can get the ink off somehow, or whether I need to be honest, if I'm inking over them and things like that. These are samples. A nice metallic oyster one there. And then last but not least, I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but they were very cute and I thought I could use them on projects, is these little pins. So they originally were for the Alzheimer's Society. It's obviously for a past campaign. They don't do it anymore. But how cute are those little pins? So that was everything I got from the scrap store. So all of this, plus all of the other creative fabricy bits and the bits that I paid for, came to £36. So I can't complain about that. I suggest you go and have a look and see if you can find a local scrap store. Right, I will see you all soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye.